Coming to the latest war of Russia versus Ukraine, Ukraine versus Russia, since it is fought on Ukraine's home ground. I have not fought any war, so technically I cannot be called as a war expert. But looking at the few opinions of the local media on the current war, it is fair to say that we can have opinions as well. It is strange to me that those guys, these local media guys, are sending their reporters out there at Ukraine at the mercy of the Ukrainian army and the civilians out there who are protecting them basically, and they are running the narrative out here in India saying that Russia is justified in attacking Ukraine and Ukraine should not blame Russia. Media channels, I don't know why they are changing the narrative. But anyways, who cares about these media channels? Anyways, no one takes them seriously and that's a great thing. I don't know who will win this war, but there is a famous quote. The size of the dog in the fight doesn't matter, but what matters is the size of the fight in the dog. And herein the dog is used with the greatest of respect. That is what the Ukrainian civilian people have showed us. The valor which they have fought. They have won every citizen's heart all over the world. That's how bravely they have fought. It is not easy to be from a working class family and then to take up arms, or even they are unarmed, to fight for the humanity, to fight for the justice. It is not easy at all. Grown-up guys like us even would think twice to, even fire a firecracker. Or even when... And this should be highlighted in every media channel. The courage of the Ukrainians should be highlighted. And this gives a motivation to all the working class people who think that they are, very weak. They can't stand up for themselves. There is no unity among themselves. Whenever war happens, this is what most of the politicians think of us. That whenever war will happen, these are the guys who will run like termites. But Ukrainians have showed that they are capable enough to defend their country when called upon to do so. And to a large extent, they have managed to keep hold of the enemy. If not for them, it could have been, easier for the opponent to invade. But now coming to the point as to who could win the war. Looking at the current situation, Ukraine seems to have an upper hand over Russia, unless Russia's plans to go all out. So currently, Ukraine has got an upper hand, thanks to the Ukrainians and even to the Ukrainian president, who now is being pitched for the Nobel Peace Prize award. I think not only him, even his fellow Ukrainian civilians as well as the Ukrainian soldiers' name should be mentioned in that award somehow. Because normally it is being observed that only the name of the king will be remembered. Soldiers are just remembered by their numbers. So that should not be the case here. And even though somehow Russia manages to win this war, history will be written definitely in a different way. But history will be remembered in a different way. And it will only be remembered for the bravery shown by the Ukrainians. At the end, the war will be remembered. And the new term will be coined: as brave as the Ukrainians.